guys, welcome to my channel. Will my intros ever get easier to do? Probably not, it's fine. I'm feeling festive today again. Look at, I got my pearls. Looks kind of weird, I think, but like I kind of dig it. Like, I don't know, there's something like really like dainty about it, you know? Anyways, it wouldn't be a Danielle Betts channel or video or anything if we didn't talk about mental health during the holidays, especially since it's not only the holidays, but it's also okay, this lipstick, like, not only is it the holiday season, which is already a big stressor and a big trigger for a lot of people, but it's a freaking pandemic. And at least right now in Ontario, we are going into lockdown Boxing Day or Christmas Day, one of those days. The unknown is scary enough, but knowing that there's something unknown coming is almost scarier because you're anticipating something happening, but you don't know what you're anticipating. All right, so just jumping on into it. I'm gonna give you guys my like 10-ish tips of things that I'm going to be doing this holiday season. Things I'm gonna be doing this holiday season to help myself out that I really hope that you guys do too. But I spent the whole time looking away from the camera, I think. Okay, focus. The thing about this holiday season is everyone's going to be feeling something, but what you're feeling is going to be very individual to your situation. There are going to be a lot of people that are actually going to really enjoy this holiday because they aren't being forced to see people they don't want to see. On the other hand, though, that there are going to be a lot of people that are going to hate this holiday for that reason, because maybe they don't necessarily love everyone they see, but they just love the idea of seeing people and doing something, because for a lot of people, oh, pretty dog. For a lot of people, that really is like part of their holiday spirit, is like get-togethers and seeing family and friends and just people in general. And the other thing that, is he done? Yeah, okay. The other thing that could, I'm so distracted. The other thing that could make this holiday season really hard for a lot of people is that they could, like, on the other hand of being like able to not see people they like, they might be forced to see people they like because that's who they live with. Number one on the list, very straightforward, reach out. Even if you're someone who's like happy to not be seeing certain people during the holidays, you're most likely still gonna start to feel quite lonely. Even if you have, oh my god, even if you have people around you that you like, you might start to feel kind of overwhelmed and just lonely. So reach out. Even, like I said, even if you're somebody that you are happy with who you're living with, who you're seeing this holiday, or you're not happy with those people, like, either way, you're going to start getting sick of the same old people. We need that connection as humans. We are social creatures. So it's going to get tricky for a lot of people. In fact, most people. I have been pulling away so much, and part of it is because I'm not taking my meds, so my depression is like really like back and ready to party. And the problem with that is when my depression and anxiety mix together, you just can't stop thinking about like how useless and like worthless you feel or are. And so what happens with that, the side effect of that, is that you start to pull away from people because, one, you don't think you deserve the love, and two, you don't want them to watch you get bad. I finally texted this friend and I was like, hey, like, I felt really bad that I hadn't been texting her or like keeping up with plans we had. And so I decided to do a Netflix party. I texted her, why don't we do a Christmas Netflix party? And I realized, like, it's something as simple as that. Making sure that when you're videoing someone, it's not just, or calling someone or whatever, don't just make it a FaceTime. Like, try and do something with it so it kind of feels like you're actually hanging out, because that's the kind of connection you need. It's, yeah, you need the talking and stuff, but you also need the doing. Do like a little book club with a few friends, or a friend that you know loves reading. Text them, hey, let's read this book. Talk about it, like, you know, just to have something to look forward to. And you're getting that connection, but not just like an electronic connection. It's just like the little bit more that you need. Number two is eat the damn food. Holidays in general can be super triggering for a lot of people, specifically for food. Christmas especially is such a big food time because we are a culture, in fact, a lot of cultures are like this, where food is a community thing. It helps people feel connected. I've been really working myself up to like making sure that I enjoy Christmas and enjoy the food that we are so fortunate to have on the table. There's a little bit of that voice in my head trying to like remind myself that, hey, you are lucky to have this food, so eat it. And it's not in a guilty way. I mean, sometimes it'll go a little too far and it'll turn into guilty, but it's in a way of like, if you are so lucky to have food, enjoy it and appreciate it, and know that it doesn't make you unlovable to enjoy something that everyone enjoys. Be healthy and all that, but holidays, I always say to myself, calories don't count on holidays, man. They don't, because it's such like it's a community thing. The best way to get through it is to it sounds so cheesy and obvious, but to talk yourself through it. Catching yourself every time you say something and just going, look, you are with family, you are alive, you are deserving of eating this food and enjoying it. Knowing that that doesn't mean that you have to work out extra the day after, any of that. Like, just enjoy the food, enjoy the moment, tell yourself calories don't count on Christmas, and just embrace that food. Don't overeat that you get sick, and don't just eat sugar, but also don't worry about eating a lot of sugar or a lot of fatty stuff. Like, it's okay. You're not doing it every day of your life, and you just gotta like put that into perspective for yourself. Like, this is a treat for myself. I deserve this. I am worthy of this food. Eat it, enjoy it, and be thankful and grateful for it. If there is a part of you that feels guilty about it, then do something. Like, even if it's just, promising yourself to volunteer when this is all over. Or maybe it's putting together a little food gift basket for the food bank. It's normal, and in fact, kind of good that you feel guilty about it, because it means you're a pretty good damn person. On that note, acts of kindness is another thing that's going to get you through the holidays. Make sure that there's something you have set up that is going to make you feel really good this holiday season, because you know that it's making others feel good. Something to make people smile through all of this, because not only are there people not fortunate enough, or as fortunate as you might be, but everyone, almost everyone is struggling right now, and some people just need that little bit of kindness, that little act of kindness sent their way to remind them that there's something worth fighting for. There's nothing selfish about other people's happiness making you happy. It just means, again, that you're a person that cares a lot about others, so much so that seeing them fall, seeing them rise, affects you, because you want to see them rise, and having them rise up and do better, be better, makes you feel really good. Next, use this time to reset. We just talked about helping others. Help yourself. A lot of people got thrown back into the world. There wasn't a gradual, okay, let's do 3 days at work, let's do 4 days. No. It was back to work for almost everybody that went back to work. And so many people were like, oh my God, like, we're so tired, like this darn pandemic. And I was like, no, you're tired because you went from having nothing to do to having no time to have nothing to do. Yes, it's a pandemic that adds to it, but you are so drained because your routine switched out of nowhere. Like, you have been going from routine to routine to routine to routine. You are overwhelmed, you are drained, and that's okay. Take this time to reset, whether that's just meditating or yoga or working out or whatever it is. Reset. Talk to yourself about what happened this year. Like, work through it with yourself. Get to know what happened. Thank it, but also tell it that you are happy that it's in the past. And just step by step, man. Like, that's all you can do right now, is just one foot in front of the other. Just reset and regenerate, refresh, recuperate with yourself, have a pep talk. Self-care. take a deep breath and step back from the world for just a minute so that you can use this time to try and make sense of a lot of things that don't make sense right now. Next of all, know your triggers. Know what your body's telling you. Listen to yourself. If you can start to feel yourself getting bad, like I will say that to people all the time, I feel myself getting bad. I'm not bad yet, but I can feel myself getting bad and I want to nip it in the butt before it's too late. I urge you guys to work on that this holiday, is just stepping back for a second, going, my shoulders are really tense, like I have them up to my ears, or I'm shaking a lot, or my jaw hurts, it's because I'm clenching. Like just listening to your body and then stepping back from those cues and going, or stepping back further, like a second time, and going, okay, so I see that my body's in distress right now, why is that? And then trying to piece those things together, trying to pull everything apart, pulling apart, whatever. You're going to more likely survive this holiday season if you can do that. Next one, act like a damn kid, for goodness sakes. We need to just kind of let loose right now, and I think that's why acting like a child, having some childlike activities is really useful, because it helps us shake things off a little bit and just breathe for a damn second. Another quick one, just get off social media for a bit. Turn off your phones. I know when the breaks come around, people usually just want to go on their phones and stay on social media. Yes, connect, but like face-to-face real-time connection. Like social media can be so helpful, but it can be so destructive, and in the goal of resetting and recharging, you need to get off social media for a little bit. Second last, know your resources. I will try and remember to link some down below. Just know what your resources are if you've tried your very best at using all of these tips and more, and they still aren't working, or you still don't feel like you're in a safe place in your life with yourself, use resources. Connect with people, connect with resources, and don't feel bad about it. You're allowed. It doesn't matter if you were diagnosed with anxiety or you were feeling anxious, you deserve help. After my assault, I remember talking to one of my teachers, my SAP teacher in high school, and just saying to her, because like the week before or the week after, I had just taken one of my friends to get an STD check because STI, I don't even know what they call it anymore, because she had just been assaulted. And I was feeling guilty as hell because I didn't have to go get a test because I wasn't raped, I was just assaulted. And I remember telling that to her because I wasn't able to finish a project, and we were just talking about it and I was just a mess, and she said, like, it doesn't matter if you're drowning in a cup or an ocean, you're still drowning, and that's okay. You are allowed to ask for help no matter if you're in a cup or an ocean. And I just want you guys to know that's the same. Doesn't matter if you have a diagnosed disorder or you're just feeling an emotion in the moment. You deserve to get help, and you are allowed to get help. Your emotions are valid no matter what level they're at. If you guys think of anything, or you guys know some apps or some games or something that like is one, helpful, or two, like actually really, really useful, let us know down below. Finally, just know you guys aren't alone. And that's the one thing getting me through this pandemic, is just reminding myself that the way I'm feeling right now is so valid. Like almost everyone is feeling this way, and just use that as your reason to get up every morning, just knowing that you're not alone, because especially right now we feel alone, and physically we might be, but just remembering that emotionally, not only do we have people caring about us, but we have people feeling really similar things that we're feeling as us. Yeah, you are not alone. Reach out to people, even if it's just a, hey, don't want to talk about it, but just want someone to know that I'm really struggling, or really worried about this holiday, blah blah blah. If that needs to be me, that can be me. It's fine, it's all good. Yeah, just admitting your feelings out loud, admitting how you're feeling, how you're doing out loud, is such a big step in getting better. Yeah, I hope this video helped in some sort of way, whatever that way was. And I really hope that everyone, the one thing you take from this video is to just step back and reflect on what this year has taught you, what you've been through, and learn to accept it, but also let it go. I am so thankful for the people that watch and like and comment and all that stuff. So thank you, and subscribe. Thank you guys. And if you haven't already, please do. It helps me out a lot, and just reminds me that I'm doing something good with my life. So, and happy holidays. Sending love and hugs and all the positive vibes. Bye guys.